Hi everyone, today we're on Module 5 of Level F of VMath, Algebraic Reasoning. This is Lesson 7, so turn to page 25 to follow along and take notes. Our first word today is equation. We've talked about this before. This is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign. So 2x minus 3 equals -7. It has to have that equal sign, and that makes it an equation. A solution. This is a number that, when substituted for a variable in an equation, results in a true statement. So here is our example. Here is an equation, 10 plus x equals 15. If we take away 10 from both sides, then we're left with x equals 5. So then we check it. 10 plus 5, we substitute that 5 in for x equals 15. It's true, so the solution is correct. Okay, here's a little bit of review. So it says in 1a, 15 minus s when s equals 8. So remember, we got to substitute in 8 for s. So we would do 15 minus 8. 15 minus 8 equals 7. Here we have b plus 5 when b equals 8. So substitute 8 for b. 8 plus 5 equals 13. Okay, here we're going to do a little bit more algebra. For this addition equation, we have c plus 9 equals 16. We want c to be all by itself. So we are going to subtract 9. But if we subtract 9 from this side of the equation, we also have to subtract 9 from this side. So if we do minus 9, we're left with c, and then 16 minus 9 is 7. So now what we do is we go over here and we check our solution. So if we think c equals 7, let's substitute it in for c. So 7 plus 9, does it equal 16? 7 plus 9, it does equal 16, so that means it is correct. So the nice thing about algebra equations is that you can always check your answer. All right, let's try this. Now we have p minus 2.3 equals 5.1. We need to get p all by itself. So the opposite, this is like minusing, this is subtracting. The opposite of subtracting is adding. So we're going to add 2.3. We're going to add 2.3 to both sides because now p is all by itself. And we're going to say p is, if we add these up, we get 7.4. So now we can check our answer. If we put in 7.4 for p, I'm going to line it up like this so we can check it. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down the decimal. 7 minus 2 is 5. We are correct. 5.1 equals 5.1. Okay, number 4. We have 6.25 equals r minus 1.75. So we do the opposite of minus, we plus. So we have to add 1.75 on this side, and if we add it on this side, we do it on this side as well. So now when we add that, this equals 0, because we have negative 1.75 plus 1.75, 0. And then we have to add it on this side. So 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10, carry the 1, bring down that decimal. 6 plus 1 plus 1 is 7, so 7.00, or we could just say r equals 7. So now we are going to check our answer. We got to think, okay, does it equal, if we put in 7.00 for r, does that equal? Well, let's check it out. And I can see, I think I know what I did wrong, but I'm going to check it anyway. I got to borrow all the way over here, make this a 10, make that a 9, make this a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. 6 minus 1 is 1. Uh-oh. Did I do that correctly? No, I did not. So what I need to do, I need to go back over and check and think, uh-oh, what did I do wrong? It looks like what I did wrong was that 6 plus 1 should have been 8. So R should have been 8.00. Now let's check our answer. If I have 8.00 minus 1.75, now I have to see if I get 6.25. Oops, and over here it was 5, not 1. But 5.25 is still not 6.25. I got to borrow all the way over from that 7. Make this a 10, make it a 9, make that a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. Bring down the decimal. 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay, so now I checked it. So erase this. It is not 7.00. It's 8.00. So I can see right there when I check my answer, I got it wrong. This was incorrect. Okay, so then I went back and I checked and I figured out, whoops, I did make a mistake. This should have been an 8. So the answer is R equals 8 or 8.00. Okay, so now if we look at it with a balance, we can see over here, we have x plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X plus 5 equals 10 because there's 10 squares over here. So now what we have to do is we have to get x by itself because we want to figure out what that would equal to make it 10. Well, if we do what we did before, the opposite of adding is subtracting. So I'm going to minus 5 on this side, minus 5 on this side. Then we have x equals 10 minus 5 is 5. And we can see on the balance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be correct. Okay, this says solve each equation, then check the solution. So we're going to solve it, and then we're going to check it to make sure we did it right. All right, so we have 7 plus d minus 23. We got to get d by itself. We got to get the variable by itself. So since we're adding here, the opposite of adding is subtracting. We're going to take away 7 on both sides. So then we have d by itself. 23 minus 7 equals 16. So then now I'm going to go check it for d. I'm going to put 16 in. 7 plus 16, does it equal 23? Yes, it does. So then 23 equals 23. We know that this is correct. All right. Number 6, 15 equals n minus 17. So since we're minusing, we have to add to do the opposite. We're doing the opposite of that operation because then that gets n by itself. So then we would do 15 plus 17. That equals 12. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 32. So now we got to check, okay, does it equal 32 minus 17? I'm going to line it up to double check. Got to borrow from here, make this a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 2 minus 1 is, yep, so that equals 15. So then that's how we know n equals 32 or 32 equals n is correct. Okay. So before you work on your own, you're going to solve addition equations and subtraction equations. So here's what it looks like. 8.50 equals v plus 2.25. You need to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation. If the equation has a variable plus a number, then subtract that number from both sides like we've been doing in the problems. So we subtract we subtract 2.25 from both sides because then that gets v by itself. Then you check. Substitute the solution for the variable. If both sides of the equation are equal, then the solution is correct. Now for subtraction, when you're doing this, it says you need to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation. So F minus 45 equals 76. If the equation has a variable minus a number, then you add that number to both sides. So minus 45, you need to add 45 to both sides, and then F is by itself. To get 121, then you check. Substitute the solution for the variable. If both sides of the equation are equal, then the solution is correct. Okay, you're going to complete page 27 on your own. This is a lot of algebra, so please take your time, write your problems, and check your solutions. Ask for help if you need it. Good luck.